Welcome back everyone for a brand new video review, and today I'm reviewing something that I would say not too many people know about or have seen or do collect. It is quite an older piece. It is the Batman Beyond 6 scale deluxe collective figure from DC Direct. So I'm a huge Batman Beyond fan. Aside from Star Wars, in the superhero genre, Batman Beyond has to be one of my all-time favorite heroes, comic characters, TV characters, and there really has not been too much popularity or demand for anything or even merchandise at all of this character. And we've had some good action figures that have been out for a long time now, but they go for quite a bit of money. But we never really had 6 scale figures, statues, dioramas, or anything to that. And we did have the TV show and few short movies, but whatever live action film was in the talks with never was seen through or put together. A lot of fans, it's kind of like a cult following. A lot of fans do want it, they would love to see it. Maybe in the future we will. I know we've had a lot of comic series come out of Batman Beyond, of Terry. And doing some research a few months ago, I was able to find this figure on Amazon, and there are a few sellers out there. The price isn't too crazy for a 6 scale figure. Of course, it's not going to be a $200 or $300 Hot Toys figure, but you kind of get what you pay for. And of course, being a 10, 12-year-old figure, 6 scale figures back then, I don't have too many that are that old, but you can probably imagine that they're not like what they are today. So let's get a closer look at this figure real quick. We do have the usual Batman Beyond logo up there. There is the head sculpt. Right off the bat, that is my one of two only complaints about this figure, but it's not really a complaint. For those that do know Batman Beyond, in the animated series and in the comic, his cowl is like a mask. It's kind of like Spider-Man's mask, so it's not that it really fills in all his, in his nose and cheeks area, like as we see here, and it doesn't really mold to his face. It's like a Spider-Man mask, and of course for the cartoon we'll see his mouth move and whatnot. But even on the image on the box, which I'll go over in just a second, it does show it like that too. It is the actual figure. So it's a little bit different of what some Batman Beyond fans may be used to or know or have seen of him. But, it's nothing too crazy. It's a really cool image. It's just not what I was actually expecting coming from the animated series. And then looking at the back, I'll get a closer look at that when we go in depth on the figure. But we do have the wings that are posable. Working down, it's nothing too crazy. It doesn't really come with any accessories. And we do have the utility belt there. It's all one suit, and it does come with the stand and the Batman Beyond logo on the bottom. And then looking at his feet as well, that is the only other complaint I have. There's no boots on him. It's just, the whole suit just kind of comes around his feet, which isn't necessarily bad because, again, like Spider-Man, you don't see boots on Spider-Man, you just see his suit. But I don't know, for some reason, I've never had the Spider-Man Hot Toys, so I can imagine they are similar to this. But for some reason, I wish they actually did more of a boot-like apparel at the bottom there. So before getting a closer look at the figure, let's take a look at the packaging real quick. It is a really great packaging we have here. Again, we have the Batman Beyond figure there with the wings, you can see similar. We have the Batman Beyond logo at the top. At the bottom, 1/6 scale deluxe collector figure. Going to the side just shows again the same things, the logo and the description. And the back, we do have the figure, and let me zoom in on that, so if you want to pause and read it. Nothing again going much on the side. And then opening it up, we do have the window box display on the right. It does come with 2 extra sets of hands, an open palm and another somewhat closed fist, I guess if he wants to grab something, but he doesn't come with any accessories to grab, so not sure what that is for, I guess if you have your own. And then again, an image of the figure, and here is a description of 16-year-old Terry in the year 2039. So if you want to pause that and take a read. So now let's get a closer look at the figure itself. So getting this off the display, it's definitely not like a Hot Toys or Sideshow stand. It is very tight and doesn't really come off or detach that easily, so do be careful. I probably won't be removing this too often. Let me get that to the side for a second, if it'll stand. Yep. So we haven't really seen these kind before. If you do collect Sideshow and Hot Toys, it is like a clip that you press down and just move up and down depending where the peg holes are. And then looking at the bottom, if I can get that, it's a little bit dark. If you can kind of make out, it says Batman in the digital font and Beyond at the bottom, and nothing much, just the trademark and DC Comics at the bottom. Oh, falling apart. So like all Sideshow and Hot Toys, they sometimes take a little bit of posing to stand up, so I'll have to hold him down a little bit. So jumping right into the articulation, the head, we do have a very nice movement at the head. Doesn't look up at all, actually. That's about as far as it goes, but does look down quite a bit. Does go side to side. The arms up and down and out. The suit doesn't hinder it too much, but I would imagine it would rip if you do give a lot of tension to it. The elbows do bend and they do twist. Do they twist? No, I don't think they twist. Just really have to kind of pose the whole arm. And the wrist, again, we have a twist and slight back and forth motion. We have an upper ab crunch, slight ab crunch. Again, the suit kind of hinders it. The lower waist does twist, and once again the suit will hinder it again. It is similar to a lot of the Hot Toys or Sideshow pieces like the Superman or Spider-Man that use the one suit feature. They will hinder some of the articulation. The thighs, they don't seem to go back at all, but they do go forward just a little bit, and they don't twist either, so that's a little bit of a disappointment to see. I didn't really play around with the articulation before, so this seems to be the only movement we have there. The knees, we do have a bend and a twist, which is pretty cool to see. Oh, actually it's a mid-thigh twist, and we have a, nope, no knee. So we just have a mid-thigh twist and an elbow or a knee joint. And then the feet do go up and down and side to side, no pivot there. And then as far as accessories, like I said earlier, there aren't really any accessories that come with this figure. There is the utility belt that is all plastic, but it does have the shiny, almost chrome look to it. Let me get that Bat logo back in place, kind of a little bit off. And the wings actually do attach, which is really cool. So there's a little slot in the back of the suit that just slides right off. There's two little holes right there. And the wings, as you can see, we have the two clips that just slide right in there. And the wings are pretty large. It's a great display piece to have. They're almost see-through, not too much, but they are the more clear red look to it. And they do both just go back and forth, not much else to the articulation there. But it's a great thing that we don't really see too much of, being the more futuristic Batman, the Batman Beyond look. We haven't had any other figure like this to pose or display. And as I said, it just slides back in right there. And let me get that repose to show you about that. If I can just get him to stand on his own. It is, with the articulation being a little bit harder to manage. There we go. So as you see, the wings are fully spread out now. And then you can pose them any which way you want. They can go all the way back, kind of in action mode, or just in the full defense mode here. And you can still get really great poses with him. Let me check real quick if I have a ruler to measure everything for you guys right there. So this figure does stand at just over 12 inches tall. Let me get the top of the ruler there. The ears do go just about half an inch taller. So the figure before the ears is just under 12 inches. And the full wingspan is about 15 or 16 inches as well. So you do have quite a bit of span that goes off to the side. and then just one wing from the body is about 8 inches long. So it's a very good sized piece with everything. Takes up a lot of volume in the display piece, but you can still make it look great with all the other Batman figures. So for those that are Batman Beyond fans, I would highly recommend this. We don't have too many Batman Beyond collectibles. It is a great piece to have and a great addition to any Batman fan. Be sure to check Amazon and eBay for these. You don't really find these from DC or big retailers anymore. And hope you all enjoyed the review, and stay tuned for the next video.